Today I've got some tips on working it up and down, working the hoops up and down your body. I've got a 29 outer diameter 3/4, a 32 outer diameter 5/8, a 34 outer diameter 11/16, and a 38 outer diameter polyethylene. Okay, this is a beginner hoop. It's a little wonkily, but we are going to practice with all of them. I'm going to go ahead and grab my 34-inch. These are lined with grip tape, and all we're going to start with is right on our waist. So all we do is put it on the back, the small of our backs, just like so, and push off with your dominant hand. So my dominant hand is my right hand, therefore I am pushing off to the left. Okay, that is my dominant spin. That is the way that it just feels natural to go to. So whichever way feels natural. If you're right-handed and you want to push to the left, have at it. I personally am right-handed and I push to the right. No, I'm sorry, I push to the left. Okay, so get it on the small of your back and push it off. Okay, you'll notice if I don't do any body movements, it'll just slow itself down and fall. Okay, our aim and our goal here is to keep it on our waist. So if you'll notice, I am doing a humping position, a humping style pumping back and forth. All I'm doing is moving I've got my shoulders, my feet shoulder width apart, and I'm just moving my hips forward and backwards to maintain the hoop on my hips. Woo, it got down to on my waist. It got down to my hip just now, which is a slightly different movement. Okay, so from here, from our waist position, to get it down to our legs, all we do is just slow our momentum down until we feel it on our thighs, and then we continue the momentum so it doesn't drop all the way. I'll do that again. So it's on my waist, and then I'm just going to stop my momentum for a second until I feel it under my butt cheeks, and then I start the momentum again, which again is just a pump. You see my legs are just pumping back and forth. And then to get it back up, what we're going to do is go from a pump back and forth to a wiggle side to side. Okay? And you can also waist hoop wiggling side to side. It's a little harder. The pumping is easiest, especially when you're trying to change what you're doing with your body, with your hoop on your body. So again, we're going to start it on the small of our backs and push off, and then we just slow our momentum until it reaches under our butt cheeks, and then you push it again until it gets going. So then to wiggle it back up, I'm just going to wiggle in place, my hips side to side, until it goes all the way back up to my waist. Then I'm going to slow my momentum down until it hits down under my butt cheeks and start the momentum again. And then wiggle it back up, slow it down, push it down. Momentum again, wiggle it back up, slow it down, momentum slows until it goes underneath my butt cheeks, and then I start the momentum again. Wiggle it back up. Then I slow my momentum down to drop it until it hits under my butt cheeks, and I start my momentum again. Okay, so in this wiggle, the bigger your hoop, the more room you're going to have to wiggle side to side to get it back up. So I'll show you the difference with my 38-inch. So you can see it's quite a big difference. Okay, start on the small of your back and push off. Get your momentum going, pushing. Forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards. Okay? And to get down to my knees, slow my momentum down until I feel it under my butt cheek, and then I start my momentum again of the pumping. You notice my knees are doing the same thing my hips were doing. And then to wiggle it back up, we're going to wiggle from side to side until it reaches our waist. Okay, so then we slow our momentum down and wiggle it back up. Okay, I'll show you with this smaller hoop, which is a 32-inch, start on our small of our backs and push off, get the momentum going, and then slow it down to get it down below your butt cheeks. Whoops. And grab it again. Okay? Spinning in place does help keep the momentum, but it's also cheating a little because it's using the momentum of your spin to keep the hoop up rather than your body movement momentum to keep the hoop up. So from here, on my knees, I'm going to wiggle up, and since it's a smaller hoop, it requires a lot more effort and it's much harder. Okay? So I'm gonna grab my 34-inch again because this is my preferred baby. I like it a lot because it's small enough to do some crazy arm tricks, but it's big enough to do my on body with. Okay? So if you want to start in a different position, we could do the lasso and then just throw it down on your body, and then it's on your waist or your hips, and you're pumping back and forth until you slow your momentum down to drop it. And then once you feel it under your butt, you start your momentum again. Okay? I'm going to turn around to you. If you are spinning with the hoop, you spin the direction the hoop is going. Okay, now we're going to wiggle it back up. Our knees to our waist, and then drop it back down, and then wiggle it back up. Drop it back down, wiggle it back up. You'll notice when it's around my hips, which are the biggest part of my body, I have to wiggle even more. The more exaggerated you make your body movements, the more likely they're going to do exactly what you want. Remember, this is all muscle memory. Continue to do this every single day and you will be a pro in no time. Thanks for watching.